Okay, you knew this day would come one of these days where I review one of the macro brews. This is Coors Light, the Silver Bullet. What more needs to be said? It's categorized as a light lager coming in at 4.2% alcohol by volume. Now, you know Coors, you've seen the commercials, you've probably had many of them over the course of your life. They are the world's fifth largest brewery. They're the country's third, country of the United States of America, of course. Their brewery in Golden, Colorado is the largest single brewery in the entire world. And their history dates back to the year 1873. It was started by German immigrants Adolf Coors, as well as Jacob Schuler. Coors bought out Schuler in 1880 and became the sole proprietor of the Coors Brewery. It's a light lager, lighter version of the premium lagers, usually lower in calories, lower in carbohydrates, and usually a little lower in ABV. This one coming in at 4.2%, which is probably on the bit of a higher end. The European light lagers usually are even half of that, probably 2.6 ABV to 3.5. This one 4.2, so not that bad as far as ABV goes, but again, 4.2 is not on the high end either. Usually they use cereal adjuncts such as rice and corn to lighten the beer. And overall, probably the style that has the least amount of flavor of all the beers. That said, you can get Coors Light anywhere pretty much on Earth pretty darn easily. So let's open up the Silver Bullet can. Of course, they have these in bottles too. I've always enjoyed these with the can. By the way, the blue is at cold, not super cold. I'm imagining super cold only being if you put it in the freezer or if you have it in a cooler at a sporting event, tailgate, and whatnot. So we're going to pour it into a German Pilsner glass, which those rare people that pour Coors from a can into a glass should probably pour it into a Pilsner glass. And we see a very, very, very light, effervescent color. I'm getting a bit of that corn smell kind of even out here, kind of wafting in. Very light, very piss kind of yellow color with a kind of a light, fluffy, white, happy head on the beer. The bubbles are kind of dissipating a little bit, and right now we've all been waiting for the aroma of Coors Light. Here we go. Lots of rice, lots of corn, very urine-y kind of smell. It's got that it's that ricey grain adjunct smell that you're kind of used to with a macro brew like this. One of those beers you just don't really care how it tastes as long as it's got some alcohol content, and that's basically what it's there for. It is what it is. It's not, I'm not going to view it on the same threshold as the craft beers, but I'm not going to denigrate it either. I mean, it serves a purpose in this world, and it exists for a reason. Let's get the taste now of Coors Light. Almost completely lacking of any kind of taste. I do get a little bit of the corn rice aftertaste a little bit, but really almost nothing on the tip of the tongue. This is just one of those beers, lawnmower beers, quintessential lawnmower beers, where you just buy a case for cheap, I guess, even though a lot of other light lagers are less money than Coors, I've noticed, and many of them a bit better. This is just one you can pound one after the other, very light. Taste doesn't bother me. I think it's not great, but it's not awful either. I'm not cringing because of it. It's just a beer that you could just have a ton of. It's a typical college kind of party beer. I'm going to go ahead and give Coors Light a total of 4 out of 10.